2, 1. Okay. And we are live. Tech Talk number 40. I hope it's 48 because I put 48 in the title and I didn't fact check that. Jerry,
Dude,
is
it doesn't
48?
matter. No, it's probably not, and I didn't check either. So if there's two 48s, then this is just an extension of the first one.
Yeah, this is part 2.
Yeah.
If there's two 48s.
Yep.
Hey guys, I am of course JayzTwoCents, my co-host Mr. Barnacles. And,
Hi.
And we've got a face on here I'm sure you guys don't really recognize. Say hello to Sergeant Ballistic Gaming. And say hello to the crowd there, guys. He's got kind of a low quality cam. I've already given him shit for that. Don't worry, he ordered a better camera. So, all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and roll the intro. And we're gonna get into Tech Talk number 48. Roll the intro.
Poof, 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 and boots and cats and boots and cats and do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Intro. It's the intro. Hey, it's the intro to the show.
All right.
Oh
So,
my god, that's gonna go so well with music.
so if you guys missed last week, we had Paul's Hardware on from Newegg and Paul's Hardware, and Paul just kind of threw it out there at one point. He's like, "I'm gonna come up with the intro song, yeah." And it was like, so we have a new thing now. All our guests are required to sing an improv intro song during the intro. And Brian, I think you nailed it.
Wait a second, where's the music coming from here?
I don't know, but you can't hear
Thank
it on your
you.
stream, so it's working normal here. Okay, I'm sure you guys may have noticed the Don King hair is back, and let's try to figure out. I'm kind of bored with my Yeti, and I like my Yeti. So what I'm gonna do here, I think. Tell me if I shouldn't paint this guy yellow or blue and purple and put crazy minion eyes on there. Tell me this doesn't look like an evil minion. I mean, this looks just like an evil minion. Jerry, you look very confused.
I have like 12 streams open that aren't muted. Hold on, I gotta find them. No. All right, hold on. I think I found one. Yes. Boots and cats and boots and cats. Okay.
Oh yeah, I see that the
got
intro is playing right now on the
got
stream. Dang, it is like way behind. It's like
Dude, did you change the music on the intro?
no.
That was
been
weird.
It's been the same music all along.
No, there was like weird music playing on a stream or something. Anyways, okay,
Maybe
guys.
it was an ad playing. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. That was freaking me out, dude. Okay,
All
sorry.
right, guys, I'm taking one for the team here. It is 108 degrees here in Southern California, and we've got one of those doohickeys that you put on your AC where the power company will give you a 20% discount by letting them turn off the AC on power conserve days. It's called Flex Your Power here in Southern California. Well, guess who they decided to turn off the AC for? And guess how hot it is in this room right now? Yeah. So
I think fat people should be exempt from that, honestly.
you know what's funny is I went out there and on the box it's like a cellular signal, right? So it sends a cellular signal out to the server that sends either the cycle server or no signal, or it's in standby mode, which means it's waiting for a signal. And when it's in standby mode, it means your AC runs at will whenever you turn it on and off. So I went out there and the little light is flashing green. The green light is blinking, and I'm looking at the stupid box and I'm like, "There's a button on here. There's got to be a way to override this." And it even says right on there that unless there's a yellow light flashing along with the green light, you can't override it. And I'm like, God damn it, don't they know I've got Tech Talk on Thursdays? I'm gonna write
You know what you need to do is you just need to go get like a 15,000 BTU window unit and just stick it in the window and plug it into the outlet and fire it up.
Everybody's making those do-it-yourself swamp AC units with the fans and the dry ice and the little coolers.
I'd be worried about the humidity with the amount of electronics in this room, though.
Yeah, true.
So, Jay, please turn up the volume. Is my mic too low?
Yeah, Jay, learn to volume, dude.
Is my mic low? Let's try
Here,
this.
let me check the stream. Hold on.
Now my mic is really loud.
Yeah, your mic actually was pretty quiet when I.
All right. Well, I've turned it up now, and I now see my meters are pretty close to peaking. So if it's too loud, you guys blame.
And
Jared.
YouTube said he can't hear you, and I'm deafening him. I am sorry for deafening you. I apologize.
Okay, well, I have turned up my audio. You know what, guys? This is kind of a tradition where we have unbalanced audio. This is what happens when you deal with streaming audio.
Yeah, if we did things right, like nobody would watch this. Like the whole point is that we do everything wrong.
Okay, so who
I
the
just want
hell?
to move my mouth and not actually say anything, just so everybody thinks my voice, my mic is really low.
Yeah, and then we do a jump
You
scare.
sound sexy. I was just telling Jay that you have like, don't take this the wrong way, but you got kind of this pimp smooth quality to your voice. I was just waiting for you to say "yeah, baby" when I was watching that NVIDIA Shield unboxing. I was like, dude, he just needs to drop a "yeah, baby" at the end of one of these sentences, man. And I would just, my heart would just melted. I just would have been like, oh.
It's funny because I like to call all those slider shots, I like to call them the gadget prawn, just like the nice, sexy, like, ooh, look at that shield.
All right, so I'm sure before we go forward, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering who is Sergeant Ballistic Gaming. Well, guys, first off, he was a contributor to the fundraiser. Thank you very much for that. You guys can see a lot of the fruits of that is also right there. That's going to be tomorrow's video. I'm going to be doing a gear review. The fundraiser did fantastic. I mean, if another dollar is not raised, that's perfectly fine because so much of it's been given back into giveaways and the camera equipment. CES is 100% covered, which wasn't even the initial plan. But that's because guys like Sergeant Ballistic here stepped up and purchased some perks, and huge thank you for that. Anyone who does purchase a perk though during this Tech Talk, I'll shout it out. But like I said, if there's not another dollar to this campaign, that's perfectly fine because I've got well more than what I need here. But you can find him at Sergeant Ballistic Gaming YouTube channel. Jerry and I are legitimately concerned about Brian because his editing energy is much higher than ours. He takes much more pride in his editing than I think Jerry and I do combined.
And it was the first vid. It was the first video. You know, you gotta.
I told Jerry too. I said, "Don't worry, he'll learn. He'll learn.
You will. You will. You will."
All right. So anyway, we don't really have many, if any, topics set up today. I'll be honest, the week went by really fast. So
yeah, it did. Yeah, and plus I went on vacation for a couple days, so I was like, I know Jay will get all the topics. He'll probably even write us a document and all that stuff. Boy, was I wrong. Jeez.
No, I actually spent more time preparing for tomorrow's giveaway. Linus and I are doing a giveaway tomorrow. I don't know if you knew that. Woohoo!
I knew it was going to happen at some point, but I didn't know it was tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Actually, it's being done on his Tech Quickie channel, and it's going to be done in the forums and stuff. So that'll be nice.
Am I exempt, or can I win this?
I don't know. I mean, between the fundraiser giveaways and the giveaway with Linus, I'm giving away every single spare video card I have. So I'm not going to have any spare video cards. We're giving away water cooling kits, power supplies, motherboards. I mean, I'm giving away a lot of stuff.
You're out of control. Out of control, Jay.
I'm a crazy idiot. I'm out of control. Oh, sorry. So anyway.
It must go. It must all go.
It must go. You break, you buy. All right. So looking at the chat here and stuff, go ahead and, guys, fling us out some topics. And I'm going to kind of peruse real quick and see if there's any trending topics out there. But
I saw one that's very important. So Michael Wood, actually at Michael Chopswood, says, awesome, will you let Xander date Jay's daughter in the future and make ultimate tech babies?
Is he into? She'd have to be into younger men.
Is she not? We don't know. Right?
Are you kidding me? All of her.
Asked her, Jay? Have you ever asked her? No, I'm just kidding.
You know what? You know what's funny, and this is how I know I'm in trouble. When she was in preschool, she had two brothers fighting over her. One brother was a year older. One brother was a year younger, and they would get jealous over who got to play with her and stuff. And I'm like, and I asked her too. I said, is so and so your boyfriend? And she goes, on some days, the other days it's Jacob. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not ready for this. I'm so
ready to play her. Oh my God,
that's not okay.
It's because she's got those dreamy JayzTwoCents eyes.
Holy crap,
patented eyes.
Dustin Holden gets a massive shout out. In fact, his contribution may have just put us over the next threshold. Holy crap. Dustin, thank you very much.
Why is everybody one-upping my donation? I donated $5. You guys need to stop one-upping me on this.
Jerry, you donate an hour of your time every single week to me, and that's invaluable.
and several minutes throughout the week when I do sometimes get onto Skype and talk to you. Because, you know, because you tell everybody I ignore you all the time.
Our Skype messages are like written voicemails. We just read them when we get to them.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is the thing is Skype, I keep forgetting to turn it on. And so you always message me on Twitter. You're like, hey, when are we going to set shit up? I'm like, well, just Skype me. And then I look down. It's like not running.
No, that's the thing, though. It still shows you signed in. And I'm sure it does that for me, too, sometimes.
It does.
So, Developers Kit 2 for the Oculus Rift, guys. Have you seen any of those images and stuff of it, Jerry?
No, but I'm gonna be getting one, I think, in 2 weeks. So
directly from Oculus?
No. My friend Brian actually ordered 2 of them.
Was that the guy who had the first
yep.
one? Oh, awesome.
Yep.
I'm interested to see how they do with the resolution.
Yeah, that's the thing is I think the resolution bump was only to 1080p, which seems like a significant jump, but I still don't think it's going to be that good. Like it seems like 4K is necessary for that. because of how much it fills your field. But the biggest one is the screen door. If they can solve the screen door effect problem, I think the lower resolution is not going to be as bad. Like I could handle 1080p filling my whole field of view if it didn't look like I was looking through a screen door.
But by screen door, you mean like you're talking about pixel spacing, right?
Correct, and it's really bad on the original Oculus. Seriously, it's like half the width of the pixel black between everything.
Do you think they did that just to make the screen larger, but without increasing pixel density?
Pretty much, yeah. But that's just it. Is it depends on how the panel's made. Like everybody always says that these 46-inch panels I have shouldn't look that good. Mm-hmm. If you look at my 46 next to another 46, it's night and day difference because this panel doesn't have any screen door. You can get up on it and the pixels touch each other. Most screens, you get up like 2-3 feet away, you can still see the grid between the pixels. And so that's what honestly makes the effect believable and makes it look sharper than it really is. So hopefully they did that. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping.
So I'm reading this. I'm reading headlines right here, and I want both of your opinions on this because obviously, Jerry, you play games like once in a blue moon like me, but Sergeant Ballistic, I know you play games more often than both of us. So Sony apparently has made a public statement regarding EA.
Nice.
So you have a major giant like Sony says we evaluated the EA Access subscription offering, and they're talking about the yearly subscription to get access to a lot of vaulted games.
Yep.
And decided that it does not bring the kind of value PlayStation customers have come to expect. A Sony representative told this news article by mail. PlayStation Plus memberships are up more than 200% since the launch of PS4. Okay, now they're just bloating their own stats, which shows that gamers are looking for memberships that offer a multitude of services across various devices for a low price. We don't think that asking our fans to pay an additional $5 a month for this EA-specific program represents a good value for the PlayStation gamer. So is that basically means Sony's telling EA, take your subscription and shove it?
I think so. That's kind of what it sounded like to me. I don't know if they can legally do it though. That there might be some legality around them preventing EA from doing their own online activities, but
well, I mean, Sony's not gonna tell EA they can't do it, but Sony can choose not to offer those EA games because they're outside of their subscription services.
That's true. They totally could. But I'm gonna be honest. I've always hated that too. That EA and some other companies have that additional subscription or additional online fee. That's always really pissed me off. Like I hate it when you go buy a game secondhand and then you put it in. It's like, oh, you have to pay us another $10 to sign up for like what was it called, a BattleNet or whatever it was, so you could actually go play online. That's bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. I already pay. So pretty soon in the future, we're gonna have to pay for a live subscription. Then we're gonna have to pay for the games, internet subscription. Then there's gonna be like PlayStation Plus, which gets you free demos, and then you're gonna need like some additional to get an upgrade to that demo. It's just it's insane.
But God, we're in the age of microtransactions, though. Yeah. Subscriptions and microtransactions.
They're not micro, though. Oh my God!
I mean, I remember microtransactions back in the day were like pay $1 to get this item, but it didn't affect whether or not you got to play the full experience of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. Now, games are nothing but sliced up. It's one product that's been sliced and carved to create the extra content. Really, you're just getting the full experience for extra money. And you're getting a dumbed down version for $60 plus, depending on the platform.
So, Jay, you played Battlefield, right?
Oh, I play. Yeah, we love Battlefield.
I played Battlefield. I played it for 10 years.
Did either of you for Battlefield 4 just go ahead and buy the whole premium shebang like out the gate, or are you guys buying it as they come out?
No, here's the thing, and let me answer this. I'm a little okay. When it came to Battlefield 3, I paid for premium. Battlefield 3 was already out before I started YouTube. I mean, I had already paid for premium. Battlefield 4, I had absolutely no intentions of buying it or getting premium. I just happened to have some really awesome people who just emailed me codes without even asking me. They just were like, here you go. So I would not today have it if it wasn't for some awesome followers of the channel. I'm tired of EA doing EA things, and DICE included.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, Brian, not only did I buy it once, I bought it twice. I bought it for Xbox 360
platform.
and PC. And that makes me angry because, again, damn it, EA, you have a network. You know that I have an account on one. Why can't I just buy one and use it on the other? I have to log in with my account anyway, so it's not like I'm going to give premium to my friend. I mean, I still have to log in with my account, so that's always pissed me off, too. So it's like I've spent, on Battlefield 4, I've probably spent like $300+ if you add up like all the packs that I bought. I bought 2 packs before I went premium because I didn't think I was going to need another pack, and then I did. EA.
I found myself in that boat, too, because by the time I started playing Battlefield 3, the first expansion was already out. And I bought that individually, and then I bought premium for the second expansion, which I think was Armored Kill at the time.
Yeah.
And so I had paid double. And then I'm embarrassed to say it, I also paid for the kit unlocks as well. The $39 that gets you unlocked all the weapons for all the kits.
Yeah, just like catch up on all the stuff.
Well, not even. I mean, I guess so, but I only play engineer for the most part, and assault or a support sometimes. And there's times I want to try and experience the other class, but I don't play them enough to level them up. And
to grind them all the way, all the weapons and stuff.
Exactly, and many of the unlocks, required a total of maybe 500 weapon kills total to unlock everything. And there was no way it was going to happen, especially as a recon class. I'm the worst sniper there ever was in Battlefield. And so I'm extremely frustrated with the class because I can't get anywhere with it, but I want to experience some of the weapons, so I paid for it on Battlefield 3. Battlefield 4, no, DICE and EA don't get my money. Yeah. So
I get so frustrated at the fact that EA has moved to a business model of now you pay to test their game, then you pay again to like play their game, then you pay again to actually get what you need to be even remotely competitive in their game.
Do you know what's funny about that though? So Battlefield Hardline was in open beta for what, a month?
Yeah,
about a month. I legitimately had fun on that. I had fun playing with you, Jerry. I had fun playing with Nick.
Yeah.
It just sucks that it feels like a $60 expansion. And on top of that, and I have kind of a gripe towards the community too on this one. So people got pissed that Battlefield 4 was rushed and it came out and it was a sloppy game. So people shat all over DICE and EA legitimately for doing that. But Battlefield Hardline was just postponed all the way to 2015, obviously for reasons that we don't know about. And now people are shitting all over them. Oh no, you have to delay, blah blah blah. So which is it? You guys would rather have a bad release that you're going to shit on, or you get mad that they realize there's a problem, push it, which you guys all said they should have done for Battlefield 4, and then you're still going to shit on them for doing that. It just goes to show how fickle the community is and how flip-floppy buyers are in terms that. The one thing I would kind of agree with is that these publishers are just fucked no matter what they do.
I think it's Stockholm Syndrome. I think it's just we've been so used to being bent over and screwed by EA early as possible that it's like when they don't do it, we get worried, we get scared. Like there's something wrong. Like we just expect EA to just give us a big steaming dump and let us play it and find all the bugs over the next year. I think they're worried that if they... Oh, go ahead.
I also think it's a bit of the climate because how many like AAA titles have been delayed in the last 6 months? Just Watchdog got delayed,
and it still was crap in terms of optimization.
Yeah, really. Well, that was a whole nother bag of crap where they basically nuked it on PC.
I get the point you're getting at is all the AAA titles are disappointing in almost every aspect on PC platform anyway. I mean, how long have we been waiting for Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC? Right?
They even said they weren't going to do it at first. I was actually surprised they turned around on that decision.
Well, I mean, dollars talk, and
Exactly.
considering there are still millions of active PC gamers, I think there's something like 8 or 9 million Steam users per day. I mean, come on, what platforms are you using more often, Brian?
Like in terms of gaming with friends, it's mostly PC. We do have a 360 at work that we kind of. Just at lunch, we'll all hop on and play for an hour and stuff like that. But it's mainly PC games. I saw a stat the other day that said consoles are just... Everybody says the console is dying, but there were legitimate stats saying, PC gaming is rising because you've got the little, small bricks and Steam machines and all that kind of stuff. And, after 6 years, what's the point of having a 360,
I see Jeff Jonas says, Jay, why aren't you using your DX Racer chair? 1, it's not a DX Racer. 2, it's GT Omega. And 3, if you watch the video, you'd know why I'm not sitting in it. I'm sorry, but I like to call out people who ask me a question I did an entire video about. So anyway, let's see. GTA 4 PC took 8 months. Yeah, but you know what? I would rather wait for a polished game than have the SimCity effect.
I agree. I 100% agree with that.
SimCity is another one of those franchises. Maxis games, oh my god. I had so much fun with their games all the way back to like the 286 days. Do you remember SimAnt? Do you remember SimAnt?
I do remember SimAnt.
I loved all of their Sim series, but once publishers got involved, everything I loved, they just took it and stepped on it. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't playing that many games anymore. It's really kind of a crapshoot. I don't know, but it's funny though. I find myself having more fun playing Counter-Strike again with my friends than any other game. And what's funny is I used to play competitive in both Cal I and Cal M back in like the early 2000s, like 2001. And when I get on Counter-Strike, it's frustrating because I don't have any of those skills anymore like I used to. My hand-eye coordination today is not the same as it was then. I mean, I was like the headshot king. I could bank grenades and flashbangs like you wouldn't believe. So part of the fun, though, is getting on there and seeing just how incredibly terrible I am today. But I have more fun with that because I feel like that was the original roots of where we are today. There was none of this, there was no crouch or there was crouch, but there was no prone, there was no, wall running, wall jumping, or
no. I remember
RPG.
Doom,
There was no aim down the sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
No, I remember playing Doom. Like to shoot people up on a ledge, you literally shot the wall, and the game would be like, oh, if they're anywhere in the vertical axis, hit them. And I actually love that. Like I used to play back my competitive days were like Doom 1, Doom 2, used to play those over the modems using the BBS nodes and stuff like that so you could play 4-player matches.
Right.
And then working into Quake and stuff like that. So it's like those games were cool because they were super, super simple. It was like really easy to jump in the game and say, okay, here's the tools I have, here's what I can do with them. Now it's like an Electronic Arts game. You have like 375,000 different combinations of like weapons, suppressors, magazines, this, that. It's very, very confusing. I kind of miss... I kind of feel like that old guy now ranting about like, oh, I remember back in the day we used to just knock the wheel around in the street. It's like,
with a stick, and if we were feeling super spunky, we'd run through that wheel as it was turning.
Yeah, I just loved it because it's like back then it was like, it was, you played Quake. It's like you knew how fast somebody could run. You knew what they were able to do with a power up. Now it's like you come up against somebody in a COD game and you don't know if they have like tank level armor on or if they're just a noob with nothing. And, I'm not going to say that it doesn't make the games fun. It just seems so freaking unbalanced and it frustrates me to no end.
Yeah, like definitely. If you think about Battlefield, you can't make everybody happy. The guy who likes to play in the airplanes is pissed off because those get nuked, and the guys who like attack helicopters.
That's me.
It's a
That's me.
sub now. Yeah.
Yep.
If you go and watch my very, very, very first video I did on this channel on YouTube, it was a very horrible commentate of my own gameplay. But I was doing some Viper piloting, and you guys will see I'm good in a Viper. Battlefield 3, pre-nerfing the gunners flares. Do you remember how both seats had flares?
Yeah.
I was the king of flying around by myself and power switching flares, so I had flares every 10 seconds and taking on jets, taking on tanks, taking on AAs, and I was...
Did you use the TV missiles?
Oh yeah, I used to hover up to a certain altitude, TV missile target, get in, flare, fly around, go reset. I preferred flying by myself, but the moment they nerfed gunner flares, it got to the point to where, okay, fine, now I have a flare every 20 seconds. AAs have missile reloads every 10 seconds. So it became impossible to fly anywhere in the vicinity of range of an AA. Then Battlefield 4 came out, and every freaking class in the game is an anti-aircraft or an anti-vehicle in some sense, but yet we have no additional countermeasures on any of these vehicles. In terms of especially flying vehicles.
All the countermeasures I think have longer cooldowns now.
Yeah, I think it's either 20 or 25 seconds, something ridiculous. Yeah. And if you guys have been following me long enough, when I was live streaming Battlefield 3 as a jet pilot, you guys know I was a freaking ace on Battlefield 3. I mean, I was posting scores like 30-1 or 30-2 in terms of what was the expansion called? All the planes. I don't remember what it was called. Air superiority.
Superiority, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I used to host literally everyone come jump in a game with me and let's see who can shoot me down sort of thing. Now, I don't even like Battlefield 4 anymore because they ruined everything I loved about Battlefield, which was the aerial combat.
Yeah.
It's ruined. And then now I'm okay with having multiple attack choppers, multiple jet types flying around at a time, but I'm not okay with the fact that active radar missiles are the stupidest thing in the game. I'm sorry. All you have to do is launch a missile in the vicinity of them and across the map, and they'll pick a target. Yeah. And you have 1 second to react, and you still have a 25% chance of your flares not breaking a lock.
You see so many guys just bail as soon as they think it's active missiles. They dump. Right,
and when I'm playing AA, I feel I'm sorry, but my IQ drops because I'm just sitting there like this, head in hand, and I'm just like. Active radar. Psh, psh. Oh, look, shot down a chopper. Reload. Active radar. Psh, psh. Oh, look, there goes an attack jet.
Simulator, go.
Yeah. Oh, look, somebody's coming at me. Active defense. Oh, look, their missile blew up. I'll go under this bridge, reload. Okay, pew pew. It's so stupid. And that's why I don't like Battlefield 4, because I don't know why they felt like they had to make it like this whole advanced warfare kind of thing. So they're like, oh, we have to add new weapons. And, engineers now have 5 different kinds of rocket launcher. And it's...
competing with COD. That's what everybody says, is they're trying to make it,
it's converging.
But why? They had a cult following of Battlefield players like myself who played it 10 years ago when we had horrible, 16-bit resolutions. I didn't care about the eye candy. I cared about the experience.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite Battlefield was 1942 at the Desert Storm, or was Desert Combat mod. That was by far the coolest. Like I remember there was just crazy shit. Like, remember the guided missiles? You'd launch the guided missiles and you could actually pilot them into their targets. But they moved at realistic speeds and shit like that, so you could actually intercept and shoot them down. I mean, it was just a very, very well balanced, fun game to play. And now it's like Battlefield 4. It's like everybody's everybody. What is it level? Everybody's way up in the levels. They've got their prestiges. They got their armors. Everything's decked out. Every mod on their gun. And then it's like I come in as a new guy, and it's like they hand me my Daisy pump action BB gun and some phone books duct taped to my chest, and they're like, get him. It's like, I hate it. You know how many times in Battlefield 4 I've run around just sitting there just unloading a magazine in some guy, and he turns around and just one shot kills me.
Yeah, well, that's what they...
Code.
Yeah, let's say it got dubbed the net code.
Drives me absolutely nuts. Yeah, the rubber band effect, it's better now, but remember when we first started playing that, Jay, where you'd be driving the vehicle and you'd steer and the vehicle would start to turn and then it would just rubber band off into the woods somewhere. It was bad.
The sad part is it still exists. They still haven't released the code to production on that's supposed to fix the net code. It's still on their test servers.
Yeah. Hey, we did have some fun though. Jay, we did have some fun though. Remember that one time we were playing in that building and we kept setting the C4 packs?
Oh, yeah.
We just set them and run the top and then just hit them and blow them up. We'd kill 2-3 people, go down, set them again, kill 2-3 people. It was hilarious.
That is the only time I'll play anymore, is when you can get on or Coconut Monkey can get on, and we can... I mean, we used to do this thing called Stinger Squad in Battlefield 3. 3 or 4 of us would go up towards the enemy base. It's totally like a cheap move, but we would camp their base, and as our helicopters take off, we would wait. We'd have 1 support with us and 3 engineers. Support's putting down ammo box. So I would shoot a missile, a Stinger at a chopper. He would immediately pop flares. We'd be like, all right, you two go. They both would shoot 2 rockets. Boom, down goes the chopper. They respawn. They get in. We've reloaded. Same thing. We'd make them pop a flare, and then the other 2 or 3 engineers would just shoot rockets, and they couldn't get anything in the air. But we used to have so much fun doing that kind of stuff. But unless you can get on now and have a good time, just sort of screwing around with, with that type of play style, it's just. It's not even fun anymore.
Well, the competitive scene is dead pretty much. I mean, they still got ESL and they still battle level. I don't know what the other one's called, but they're trying to get a resurgence going. But it's not like it used to be, with Battlefield 3 and that company.
So even recently, I said, maybe I'll go back to Battlefield 2, because Battlefield 2 was like the pinnacle of Battlefield in my mind. Battlefield 2 was like the most fun, especially when you could play with AI on the multiplayer maps. That way you could get to know the maps, and you just had a horde of 100 enemy players to go against. Those servers are being taken offline, so you can't even do that anymore.
Dude, what about Vietnam? That was fun. Hiding in the animated grass.
What's funny about that is a lot of people consider Battlefield Vietnam a flop.
It was a flop.
Yeah, they consider it a flop.
Oh.
But again, remember, multiple devs on the same platform, just like Call of Duty, Real quick, I just got to throw a shout out to Joshua Northern for your contribution. Thanks, buddy. Genuinely appreciate that. I generally appreciate it. Yeah, no, I genuinely.
I generally appreciate that. That's cool. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Jerry appreciates it. So many people want me to literally drag your ass to CES.
I know, and I'm not putting them up to it. That's the thing is I don't want you being mad at me, thinking I'm putting them up to it. It's I'm not.
We would not. Here's the reality, guys. We would not get a damn thing accomplished if we were both there.
No, and Jay knows it. Jay knows if I went to CES with him that it would just end up with me and him completely drunk somewhere on the strip, and it would be the best vlog series ever conceived by man. But there'd be no good CES footage.
Kian Palmer says Jay's prefers to use non-optimized hardware. Okay. Let's see. JayzTwoCents, I just ordered parts for my first build. I'm so excited. Any advice? Put it together, I guess, if you have parts. Yeah, put them together.
Let's see. Well, we're getting flooded with questions on Twitter. You want me to go through some of these bad boys?
Please do. I don't have Twitter open.
All right. Well, I got the old Twitskis here. Let's go through. All right. So let's see. What technology are you most looking forward to in the future? For me, it's holodecks. Like nothing else matters. Just holodecks.
Teleportation.
I can eat on the holodeck. I can do other things on the holodeck.
How do you eat a hologram?
Oh no, you can, because remember, it's like the food, like it's real. It's like what do they call that? The particle synthesis or whatever. They can like some of it's photons, some of it's particle synthesis, and you can make like real food. But as soon as you leave the grid, it dematerializes. So
in your stomach.
Yeah, in your stomach. So it's like you can just like pig out, man. It's like you don't have to binge and purge. You just walk out of the holodeck and then walk back in and start eating again. It'd be awesome.
Like a vomitorium.
Yeah, dude. That'd be awesome. Yeah, you could even just like think in the future. Well, if they had teleporters like Jay wanted, you could just beam it out of your stomach and be like, oh God, I'm so full. And it just shows back up on your plate as a big like mound of stinky.
That's what I was gonna say. It shows up all like salivated on and munched up.
I think I'm looking forward to the Matrix, just like sticking Johnny Mnemonic, just knowledge downloaded. I can fly the helicopter.
Yeah, but then you have to worry. But then you have to worry about brain hacking.
True.
All of a sudden, you just start punching yourself in the face. Why am I doing this? I don't understand. Someone's like, all your brain,
why are you hitting yourself?
all your brain are belong to me is a message you see in your vision.
Whole new future of trolling people. People just make you run through your front yard naked, like doing jumping jacks.
It'd be like that scene in Bruce Almighty when he's controlling the anchor when Steve Carell's character when he's doing the news. All of our videos, Jerry, were getting trolled during live stream.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Todd Templer says, how much do I donate before Jay shows up at my house? Well, we'll have to ask him. Jay, how much does somebody have to donate before you show up at their house?
Their soul.
Wow, dude. Can you donate that on PayPal? Is there an option for that?
Everybody has their price.
Yeah. Did you read the terms of service on PayPal? I think they got everybody's soul.
Yeah, right.
That's true. It's true. Real quick, guys. There's 1,044 people in here. Sergeant Ballistic Gaming. The link to his channel is right there in the description, right underneath where it says scheduled for July 31st. Went back a month. Go check out his channel, guys. Jerry and I legitimately like this guy and his style, and I think he deserves your sub. So go and check out his channel. Well, and he didn't pay me to say that technically because his check hasn't arrived in the mail yet. So it's
coming. I swear.
It's on credit right now. If he doesn't send the check, I'll let you guys know, and then you guys can all unsub.
It'll be posted.
He didn't donate anything to me at all, and I still like his stuff.
See, Jerry is so humble and genuine.
I am very
nice.
I try to be nice, guys. You know. Let's see here. Any ideas? Okay, hold on here. Larry Jones says, any ideas how to keep Firefox from having a major memory leak with Flash? No. Yeah, there is no way for you to avoid that.
That's Firefox's inherent flaw. And what's funny is the software we develop at work runs best on Firefox. Go figure that one out.
Ryan B says, "What made you both here? We'll just say what made us all, since we got Brian here, decide to become YouTubers. Let's start with Brian. I want to get a refreshing take on this.
Yeah, because it's fresh. He's like on square one and wanting to be this, and now
dude,
we're like,
what made you wake up one day and be like, you know what? I'm gonna put my mug on the internet and see what people think.
Mainly, I'm watching videos from you guys, watching videos from everybody. I'm trying to learn as much as possible about pretty much everything, but a lot in the tech realm. And I'm kind of that guy with my friends who they're like, okay, I need to figure this out. I'm going to go to Brian. And so I help out a lot of people, and a lot of people are like, well, you should make a video, and put it online because you help me, you can help other people. And started, researching about it, and then I started seeing a couple channels like Hardware Canucks and Unbox Therapy with Lou, and I saw the cinematography,
your style very closely resembles Dimitri's.
I think it's a pretty heavy influence by him, and
he's
probably pretty evident.
He's a good guy. I talked to him quite a bit, and I like him a lot.
Yeah. So just really started getting into that, and it's more gear, if you like tech and you kind of are into cameras, there's so much camera gear out there. It's another realm of gear to get into and understand and learn. Yeah. And putting stuff together. It's like erector sets for photographers.
Definitely. Jay, why did you start YouTube?
I've told the story a million times, so I'm sure there's someone that hasn't heard it. I was dared to do it. I didn't want to do it. I was doing Twitch, and a guy by the name of Holiday Doc is a very known and respected codcaster. Call of Duty. Call of Duty is the reason why I'm here, guys. he came into the stream and he was like, "Hey, I think you've got a lot of personality. You're kind of fun. Have you ever considered doing YouTube?" I'm like, "Nah, screw YouTube. I don't want to do that. Everyone's mean on YouTube. They all give insults and stuff." And so I was like, "I don't want to do it." He was like, "Hey, I'm starting a new channel," because he wanted to get out from Machinima. They wouldn't release his channel, so he was like, "Fuck him. I'll just start a new channel." He's all, "Why don't you start one with me?" I said, "Why would anyone want to watch my channel?" "My Jerry, what big eyes you have." So he says to me, he's like,
"Diet, Jerry?"
No, apparently he's in the Southern California heat right now. So no, anyway, he says to me, "Well, what have you got to lose?" He's all, "Hey, I'll even get you partnered." He's the reason why I'm partnered with Fullscreen. I was partnered at 35 subs. And so I said, "Fine, whatever. If I don't like it, I'll just walk away," right? He's like, "Yeah, you just walk away. Screw it." So I did it, and I think in the first week I had already gained 100 subs, and then by the first month I had already gained, I don't know, 200, and it just kept growing from there. And I thought, well, I guess I'll keep doing this to prove him right that eventually no one's going to give a shit. And here we are now at 111,000 subs. So, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of runs away fast, doesn't it?
It does.
He got you good. He's watching right now. I was like, ha.
No, it's funny. Is anytime anyone asks me, who do you have to thank or why do you do YouTube, his name is I owe him an awful lot because I was 100% hell-bent on nobody would care about anything I had to say online. Trust me. And so it kind of got to the point to where he was like, "Hey, man, I showed you the ropes. I showed you how to brand yourself. I showed you how to set yourself up." He's like, "The rest is up to you." And then it got to a point where he was like, "Well, I pushed you out the nest. It looks like you're flying." And then,
that's awesome.
he backed out of the scene because he just had a lot going on with work and family and stuff. And he had to make a decision regarding time and effort. And his time and effort went into his family, which is important. So he gave up a limelight. But he liked the fact that at least, he was able to say, "Hey, I helped Jay get started." And I 100% owe that to him.
Cool. And me, basically, I just started because I wanted to try a feature on a camera that I bought that uploaded directly to YouTube. And later on, I just I stopped for a long time. And then I just, one day, I built this huge computer room here, messing around with a friend. And one thing led to another, made a video and kept making videos.
I'm kind of curious about something real quick. If you guys know, not you guys, but the viewers, if the viewers know who Holiday Doc is, honestly, just push 1. Don't be like, "Oh, I'm going to push 1. I'm just curious as to how many people here on my channel know who Holiday Doc is. Because he was in MLG, Call of Duty, and you guys know that's like, I'm not into MLG, I'm not into Call of Duty, I'm not into consoles. So it's just interesting that I am where I am because of somebody whose entire basis was built on the 3 things I don't give a shit about. So I think that's kind of interesting. So we'll wait for those ones to come in because remember they'll hear it in like a minute. So,
well, let's see. We got one targeted at me here. Justin said, "Any specific reason why you dropped out of high school?" Yeah, because I didn't like it.
Stupid high school.
I was like, "High school, you're just a big meanie, and I don't like you anymore. And I'm gonna go get my GED so I can go get a job before everybody else took her jab." And I did.
Took your jab.
How
much for the
I got
gentleman?
one for you, Jerry.
Yeah, what's up?
What's a good 3D printer to start out with? So,
oh God, there goes the rest of the show. Thanks, Brian.
20-minute cap. 20-minute cap.
The two 3D printers that I have experience with, of course, the Robo 3D and the Ultimaker line of printers, the V1 and the V2. If you're just getting started out, the Ultimaker V1 is like a super solid printer. I would definitely look into that. If you've got the money to spend, the Ultimaker V2 is actually quite a bit better of a printer, but the V1 is just really easy to update and modify, and you can print a ton of upgrades for it. And basically, the printer just evolves itself right out of the box.
Yeah. So like the 3 kind of stratums I see right now are like sub $1,000.
Yep.
1,000 to 2,000, and then kind of the more professional levels at like 3,000. So are any of the ones below 1,000 worth it, or are you going to grow out of it in 6 months and then wish you hadn't?
No, surprisingly, the Robo 3D is under 1,000. I think it sits right around 700, 799, and it's got a heated bed. The only problem is it's just kind of slow. As long as you're willing to wait longer for a print, you can still get amazing quality out of it.
Look, Jerry, vlog camera.
Dude, that is out of control. You should do that. Walk around on the street and just be like, "Hey, what's going on? Today I'm gonna go eat a Burger King." Yeah.
But then I'd have one really strong arm, and people would get the wrong idea.
You already have one really strong arm, and they're right on with that idea.
Balance it out.
Let's see here. What do we got? Let's see how to properly watch you guys while driving home. Oh God, no, we're not going to answer that one. Somebody's
Hey, guys,
like, how do I watch you guys while I'm driving? You don't do anything while you're driving.
I really do like my 70D, by the way. Thank you to everybody who suggested it.
It's a beautiful
sexy
thing.
You know, it's got the same processor in it that the Mark D or the Mark III does for the 5D on a crop sensor, and I mean everything about this camera is so superior to the T2i. I thought that it was going to be a gimmick, right? Like, oh, it's just a Rebel in a bigger body. But no, everything about this is awesome.
No,
and what's funny, I haven't even loaded Magic Lantern on this yet. I don't even know if I need to, unless it's going to give me things like zebras. If anyone can tell me if Magic Lantern on the 7D will give me zebras or not. It has everything my T2i required Magic Lantern to do.
Oh, are you getting audio levels now in Magic Lantern?
Yeah.
Awesome.
No,
Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
No. I'm getting it all natively. So I get audio meters and full audio adjustment on the tablet without Magic Lantern. So
is that Canon responded to everybody's using Magic Lantern, so we need to put this feature on our camera, or is it?
Pretty much, it looked like they took Magic Lantern and just incorporated it all into their menu system.
Wait a second. So are you still using the DSLR program?
I'm just using what came on the Canon. I don't have Magic Lantern loaded on here.
Wow, that's cool.
So everything my T2i required Magic Lantern to do, Canon is doing natively. So now I'm wondering what Magic Lantern for the 70D, if it exists, will offer.
Oh, hey, Jay, we got a really good question for you. What are your thoughts on the NVIDIA 800 series?
I think we all have to wait for it to come out.
Conjecture for an hour about it, please.
Let's see here.
I think the Titan Z2 is going to cause me to burn my house down. Hey, Kyle Coleman, thank you for your contribution, buddy. I think we're like $80 away from me giving away that EK water cooling loop worth $500.
I want it.
You're out of control.
That's a $500 water cooling loop I'm giving away.
Hey, we got a question from Sergeant Ballistic.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
Dude, what is your rig? Throw down. Let's hear some specs.
I see a Corsair C70.
Yeah, it's a Vengeance C70 in OD green. I don't know if that's OD green, but I've got a FX 8350 in it. Corsair H110 cooler, 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RAM. I'm a pretty big Corsair whore, if you can't tell. It's got an AX860i, which is the new like all digital single rail series they have, which I've seen a lot of really good reviews on. And then I've got an EVGA 770 SC for the graphics card.
All right, how much did Corsair pay you?
They funded this. No.
So what made you go with the poor people CPU?
The poor people CPU?
The FX?
The poor people budget is
the poor people budget. It's all right. My next build's gonna be AMD too. Oh. Yeah.
Alcatraz Boom has been really wanting my attention. Yes, I'm nerd for life, and I'm not excited for Witcher 3 because I have not played Witcher 2 or Witcher 1. That was like when Mass Effect 3 came out. Everyone was like, "Yeah, are you excited for Mass Effect 3?" I'm like, "What? What's Mass Effect?" And at that, people were like, "Unsubbed."
Okay, how about this? This is a good one. What is your favorite gaming moment of all time? Starting with Brian.
Favorite gaming moment?
Yeah.
I pissed this British guy off to the point where just the entire lobby in Call of Duty was just cracking on him, and we probably laughed for about 20 minutes while he just... I hope it's on YouTube somewhere, because that would be great, because I need to find that. He just called me a wanker about just cuss words. I didn't even know what they meant, but just, yeah, causing somebody to rage that hard to the point where he might have like cried a little bit. I think he died.
Dude, you're going to do so good on YouTube. You're going to do so good on YouTube. Dude, if you thrive that much on trolling, oh my God, dude, you're in for a wild fun ride.
And I just threw him one of those, like, you sound like you're from London. And he that sent him over.
Did you offer him some tea?
Oh, crumpets and all.
You know what's funny is I know quite a few British people, like, on a personal level, and all of them are like, we don't fucking eat crumpets. Fuck your king. No, I'm kidding.
I just like when they call chips crisps. That just for some reason just puts it over the top for me.
Well, aren't chips French fries in England?
Yeah.
Those silly wankers.
They're like, do you have any crisps? And I'm like, what the hell's a crisp? Like, I don't know. You put them in the oven for a little while, they'll probably get crispy.
I've noticed we get asked about I don't know, 500 times every week, Jerry, how you and I met. I think we're going to have a link in the description. It's just a video that you and I have done for like 1 minute. It's like, here's how we met. Now stop asking.
Yeah, and just redirect. That'll be the answer to everything. We should actually do like a Bitly link or something that's got like the like strongly typed name at the end, so we can just say, hey, everybody, just go to Bitly/J plus Jerry or something, or Jay and Jerry meet.
Speaking of places where people should go, have you heard of that Sergeant Ballistic Gaming guy?
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool cat. I heard he supports you in what you do, Jay, and that makes him a stand-up guy.
I also hear he wears a wide brim hat and wears a pimp cane.
He totally
only on
needs
Sunday.
Get the
only on Sundays.
That's when he collects his money.
Brian, promise me in your next video that just at some random point there you're gonna be like, yeah, baby. Just throw it in there, dude. I will watch that video. I will thumbs up it. I will leave comments, everything.
Careless whispers going on in the background.
Yeah.
Remember, it's all about the randomness. I mean, that's why so many people seem to like my Gunners review, because I took a boring topic, like how am I going and I thought about it afterwards. I'm like, hey, cool, they sent me these glasses, and I'm like, damn, how am I going to review this and have it be interesting? I think I nailed it.
Brian, yeah, you did. No, I gotta watch it still. That's your new governor thing. But Brian,
Jerry's like, yeah, you nailed it. I still have to watch it, but yeah, you nailed it.
You nailed it, Jay. You nailed it. No, I was thinking that Brian should do the Wayne Brady skit. You know, the funny Chappelle show, Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady's gonna have to choke somebody?
Am I gonna have to choke a bitch? Just like randomly do that, like the top of your video, be like, yeah, the NVIDIA Shield has a target processor, and then be like, what? Hey, am I gonna have to choke a bitch? I'm doing a video here. No, just. And here's the thing: is if you do something like that, yeah, people will like it, but then a bunch of people will call you a traitor and tell you that you're no longer funny and you're not doing anything good anymore.
Yeah,
and you should kill yourself. You're gonna get every once in a while somebody thinks you should kill yourself, and I mean,
Brian,
that's just.
That would be my advice to you, and I know Jerry would agree, is that you just have to ignore the hate. You can use it to kind of gauge a direction. Like, okay, I tried this, and legitimately 50% of my viewers hated it. Okay, that's something to pay attention to. But if you have a dislike ratio that's like, under 10% of your likes, F the dislikes. It doesn't matter.
I mean, did you guys struggle with that at all when you first started, or is it something?
Yeah, Jerry and I have both done a couple of things that we really liked, and we're like, hey, this is fun, and the viewers legitimately hated it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I've had my viewers turn on me several times throughout my YouTube career. Not like all of them, but I've gotten very strongly worded 6-page, well-written letters from people telling me why they will never watch my content again.
And the thing that sucks is like it's so well articulated, you can't even make fun of them.
Yeah. I know. It's like I actually respond back, and I'm like, hey, well, thank you for the great feedback.
It's almost like they made it their senior project, where they wrote a hate letter and then had it critiqued by the professor, and it was all well written and then presented to a class.
Some 12-year-olds were sitting around and they're like, man, this trolling, this standard 12-year-old trolling is not working anymore. So let's go over to Fiverr and pay somebody who's a doc writer to do some professional trolling here. That'll get to them.
There's like a table of context and an appendix at the end.
Yeah.
Why I hate you, what you should change, a chapter on specific
cited sources with meta tagging in there showing you exactly which video and which minute and second triggered that response.
Oh, somebody sends you a link to like their OneNote file that has like all the wiki style cross-link data and everything. That'd be
another shout out, Quentin Markland. Quentin is like a strong name. Quentin's like a strong name. Maybe it's because of Quentin Tarantino, but that's a strong name. Just be like, what's your name? Show up, I'm Quentin. Damn, you don't argue with Quentin. No. So yes, thank you for your contribution, guys. We're that much closer. I can't wait to give away the EK kit, and it's supposed to be here on Monday.
You're raising money for your CES thing. I just get these Tweet a Coffee things, and that's what I've been doing.
What is a Tweet a Coffee? I want a coffee.
So I guess there's this Tweet a Coffee thing, and somebody tweets you a coffee, you get like a code, and you put it on your Starbucks card, and it gives you like a $5 Starbucks card thing. And
why do I not have this?
Because nobody wants to tweet you a coffee, Jay. Hey, everybody, go tweet Jay a coffee.
You're gonna get blown up.
Because Jay loves
like literally, you drink a lot of coffee, you're gonna blow up. But
he is the whole upside down caramel macchiato. He is,
and you're gonna be sitting on the toilet for a week.
Yeah, so that's what I did. I told Felicia I'm not drinking Starbucks anymore. Like she's been making me my drink. See, notice the lack of branding. on the side of this
You
cup.
just poured it in a Blaine cup. Come on.
Yep. So basically, I
fooling
told her
nobody.
that I'm not drinking Starbucks anymore, and then everybody started tweeting me coffee. So now every time I look at my little tweet of coffee thing, I'm like, yes, another coffee, and then I wake up in the morning and go down to Starbucks.
To Lixo says, and I'm going to read this just because it makes me feel good. He says, Jays, just want to tell you I love your videos. Been watching them for a long time now. You just keep getting better and better. Please keep it up. You know what's funny is I don't think I'm getting better and better. I feel like I'm getting lazier and lazier because
you're getting more efficient and more efficient.
yeah, but with efficiency comes certain cut corners and things that don't get as much attention as they should. But I want more time. And people keep saying, well, you should go full-time YouTuber. I can't do that yet, guys. My wife is
your work to fire you. That's the trick. You got to get fired.
So you've got to be literally
extra time.
So I had to get kicked out of the nest again.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
That's
Was
a much
that your
taller
plan,
nest.
Jerry?
It was. I went to work one day and I was like, I just sat there and I had like incense lit and I was like casting a little spell and I was doing like this voodoo magic. I was like,
You walk in, Jerry. Why are you sitting in the middle of a pentagram?
I didn't take it that far, but it was pretty close. No, God, I'm conflicted because part of me says, God, I wish I was still back there because I put so much time and effort into it, and shipped so many Windows products. Literally shipped every version of Windows since Windows XP or Windows 2000 Server and XP, and so it's really tough to know that I'm not going to ship any more versions of Windows. But on the flip side, I'm really excited about being able to just be my own boss. I mean, this is fun. This is being able to just wake up in the morning and actually like hang out with my family for a little while and not having to rush off to work is killer.
So Jao Eduardo S. Silva says, what is the keyboard you most hate? And I'm going to let all three of us answer. For me, that is the Razer Black Widow.
I'm gonna go with the Razer Black Widow too. I got one, and maybe it's because I got it refurbed because poor people. And it broke within like 3 days. No RMA options.
Every Razer product I have ever owned broke inside of 6 months, and yet I still have MX518 mice from Logitech that have been going for 6 years.
I've got like a G15 from Logitech, and it's fine. That's like a 8-year-old keyboard.
Yeah, the G15, that was like the original gamer keyboard. Well, the G series, I should say, but the G15 has the little LCD on it, right? Yeah,
it has like little 8 modules you can switch between.
Yeah, that was like the first real gamer keyboard. Yeah. Jerry?
For me, it'd be the Microsoft Sidewinder keyboard. That's why I actually gave it away.
He would not have said that 2 weeks ago.
I would not have said that 2 weeks ago, but I'm saying it now. I actually gave that keyboard away because it had that magnetic 10 key that you could put on either side of the keyboard, which I thought was cool. But when I took it off, it completely threw off my placement on the keyboard, and I didn't like the way the keys felt. The keys just felt horrible on that thing, and I would always have double type on that keyboard. That keyboard was like I hit a letter twice, like every 3 letters, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this. But the person I gave it to absolutely loves it. Absolutely loves it. So
I am in the market for a mechanical keyboard. So if you guys have suggestions, that's something I'm looking to get.
If you for a really good budget-oriented keyboard, there's 2 keyboards I would recommend, and that would be any Quickfire from Cooler Master CM Storm. They have a range of Quickfires, so some cheaper, some more expensive, 10 keyless and whatnot. But another keyboard brand to really give a fair chance to is Rosewill.
Okay.
Rosewill, Jerry liked the RGB80.
Yeah, I really like the RGB80. I thought that was a really killer keyboard.
That's a $99 mechanical RGB backlit keyboard, so you can adjust the colors. I mean, I don't know if you saw the video, it does take an awful long time to save a profile.
Yeah, and it doesn't have genuine Cherry MX switches, but they feel good enough that Jay and I were both fooled by it. So
yeah, we took
that
up
new switch. The I forget what they're called.
Kale switch. Yeah, it's just a blue clone, so we just have to wait and see if the longevity of it holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, my favorite mechanical keyboard out of everything has been the DOS Keyboard Pro 4 because it's got the metal surface up on top of it. It's got the awesome volume control, and it's got a USB 3 hub built into it. Right. Which I really like all those features, so it's a good keyboard for me. But to be honest, the only thing that I miss is I wish it had backlit keys.
And that's what I was just going to say.
Keys.
I would use a DOS keyboard because of how slick it is, but I can't because I don't want to give up the backlighting.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that gets me. It's like if they just made a backlit version of this keyboard, I would be like, this is the keyboard to end all keyboards. But God, the backlit keys are just neat. You got to have them.
Joel Del Rosario says, Jay, what is your take on the CM Storm Devastator package? I think it's an amazing value bundle. If you guys aren't aware, it's a keyboard and a mouse together for less than $100, I believe. And
mechanical?
I honestly don't remember, but I did get to use it. And a lot of people don't like mechanical keys, though. A lot of people still like the soft dome and membrane. So, but I think in terms of value, it's amazing regardless of what it is. I can't remember if it's mechanical or not. I want to say it's not, but it's backlit and it has a adjustable DPI gaming mouse that comes with it. And I want to say it's like $50 or $60.
Wow.
Oh, here's a funny question. Have you ever played an NES game in triple screen setup? And the truth is, yes, I have. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I got a video on it. Go check it out.
What?
I did. I played Mike Tyson's. I took a Nintendo emulator and stretched it across 5760 by 1080 and played it. Little Mac looked like Big Mac. I mean, everything was like stretched.
Chris, I'm sorry, man. I'm going to mutilate your name, but Chris Galtieri, he contributed $50. Thank you.
Jeez,
No, people want that water cooling kit. No, look, people can look at that and say, wow, he had a $1,250 goal and there's like $4,000 reached. But you guys have to remember, I'm giving away like $1,250 worth of stuff. And the higher it goes, the more prizes. I mean, I've got so many companies on board willing to send stuff. I mean, it's going to get to the point to where it's going to be a heck of a project to manage this giveaway, but there's no way I could just sit here and be like, thanks, and not give anything back when I've got a room full of stuff.
Jay, I don't
ever talk to some people, get some flat rate shipping or something.
Oh, it's going to cost me a fortune to ship, but I mean, it's not like there's no money there for shipping.
I never want to ever hear Jay ever complain about he feels like he's not important on YouTube or anything like that. I don't want to ever hear it again. Look at you, dude. You just raised what?
I've never said
4 times your goal.
No, it's 300 and something % right now. Next time
you're down, I'm gonna call you out on that. Next time you're feeling down, I'm gonna be like, Jay, everybody supports you like crazy. Like I've never seen anybody get supported as much as you get supported.
Yeah, and sad note, today is the last day of my Aquatuning sponsorship. The Aquatuning sponsorship is no more. So starting tomorrow with tomorrow's video, you guys are going to see a new sponsor portion of the intro. No new sponsors. I mean, I have plenty of people who are willing to give product and stuff for review, or even for me just to plain sell to make money. A couple of companies were like, well, we'll just send you stuff if you want to sell it. And I was like, no, I'm not, not interested in that. I'm serious. I don't want to say which companies they are, but they were like, yeah, if you ever need to raise money, just tell us and we'll send you stuff and just feel free to sell it. And I'm like, no, I'm not a resell. I'm not a store.
They're gonna be the next prize.
That's pretty funny. They're just sending you stuff. Be like, we're gonna send you 6 of this thing so you can review 1 in your video, and the other 5 you can give away or sell on eBay. That'll be fine.
Yeah, it is what it is. But no, this community is freaking awesome. And you know what's funny is normally when you register for CES, you can get an immediate confirmation. But CES is really cracking down because they had over 170,000 attendees last year.
Wow!
It actually caused a problem in terms of the fire marshals and things. So now they are credential and fact checking every single entry. There were a lot of people who got in illegitimately with like fake business cards and things. So they are legitimately fact-checking every aspect of who I say I am. And it makes it harder, too, for me to get my cameraman in there.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because the moment you have a cameraman, you then have to qualify as media. And they have very strict credentials for media, and they even say right on there, absolutely, positively, under no circumstances are YouTube channels considered media in their eyes, in their credential checking. So you've got to have either a .com with published articles and stuff. And I'm like, hey, it's a good thing I did the website when I did it then, huh? Because I well exceed all of their requirements in terms of being considered a validated blog. But they require at least 1,000 unique visitors a month. And even though I haven't updated anything in the website for over a month, I still get 20,000 visitors a month. So I was like, okay, well, at least I've got that credential in the bag. So
nice. Good to know, because I'm not going this year, but I am going next year for sure.
Worst case scenario would be I don't get on the showroom floor. But you know what, though? I hate the showroom floor, if you want to be honest. It is... Try getting around the showroom floor with a camera like this.
Pandemonium.
Yeah,
and it's in a roller bag and stuff, so or it's going to be in a Pelican case, so it's not easy to get around, man. And most of what I'm going there for is going to be in the individual hotels anyway. But guys, the CES trip is 100% fully booked in terms of like all of the expenses have been handled, transportation, hotels, food, all that stuff is
awesome.
And not only did you guys, I just want you to know, not only did you step up to the point to where you helped pay for my trip, you paid for my whole team's trip, which I was going to help pay for. So that's how awesome this community is.
You guys are awesome. Jay is worth supporting. Absolutely. Hey, I got an important question here that I think Jay can answer. Hey, Gary Gilbert asks, hey, where's the Jerry action figure? Jay, where is it?
I got an awful lot of messages last week of people who were creeped out by the dolls. Not so much because the doll was in camera, but what Jerry was doing with the dolls.
I got a little carried away last week, and I would like to apologize to Jay's audience.
Jerry making Jerry blow Jerry was quite the inception.
I understand that this show is about Jay's audience and my audience, not just Jerry's batshit crazy audience that loves that kind of stuff, including myself. I know.
Well, I think what threw people off was like on Thursday you were batshit crazy, and then on Friday you were like all business with Linus, and people were like, "What is this?"
Well, you can't do that stuff on Linus's show. It's like I'm at home here.
Hey,
I'm acting like a legitimate.
Hey, Linus was the guy talking about stretching out ball sacks to shave him.
Yeah, like
the Batwing maneuver.
Thing.
Yeah, exactly. He was talking about that. Even Slick, you could tell, was like visibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, see, I did get a little wild on there. You know,
I think what's happened is you've pulled Linus a little bit out of his comfort zone, which is good. But it gets awkward at times because I think Linus is out of his comfort zone at that point.
I think Linus was having a ball with it. I honestly do.
Eric Michalowski, thank you for your donation, buddy. I think like the people with the worst and hardest names to pronounce should be donating right now when I'm doing live shout-outs. It's gonna be like Ivan Shkavornavornovich. I don't know.
19 CHs and one last name.
And it's pronounced we. Well, it's like
here's a good question. Austin Strand said, "What is going on in the background for Ballistic Gaming?" It seriously looks like he's working like in an internet cafe.
He's in it. No, he's in his office.
Yeah, this is our office. I do web development for an advertising agency, and we just hang out. You know, my first vlog video is a tour of a lot of our office space. We're building a main machine, and
I'm jealous of all that natural light you've got with that big old window, man.
Yeah, it is nice for filming stuff. I don't have to set up 19 like hot video lights and sweat my ass off.
Jerry.
That's awesome. Hey, yeah, I know. Right now, let's see. Well, I'm only running 4 of them right now, but yeah, I've got 8 freaking 45-watt CFLs that run in here when I'm shooting video.
And a 45-watt CFL is equivalent to like what, a 200-watt incandescent. So you've got thousands of watts worth of power in there.
Yeah, I've got thousands of watts. It's out of control.
It's nice during the winter, right?
No, actually, this room gets so hot I have to have a dedicated AC running even in the dead of winter. Like, I have an AC hanging out the window. It runs 24/7. If I turn it off in the dead of winter, I'll get over 80 degrees in here.
Jeez.
Guys, my AC is turned on. Woo! Yay! I was like, wait, I feel cool air, and I take off the headphones, and the compressor's like right outside my window.
Oh, it looks like
it's totally running right now. Thank God, because I'm gonna have to go scrub the buddies for like an hour when we're done.
Brad Barlow says, "Now that I'm not a part of Microsoft, can I share any info on Win 9?" No, guys, I cannot. I will not violate my NDA.
That's even to assume you knew. I was gonna say they assume you just knew everything. You know?
Yeah. Well, I kind of did, but not anymore.
God damn it, Jerry! I was trying to help.
I had to format my brain when I left. That was one of the requirements. Was
that won't take
office
long.
And format my brain.
That won't take long.
So I did. Shut up, dude. I'd run Hard Drive Eraser Pro on it. Let's hear.
Jerry reboots on live stream. You're a blinking cursor.
Okay, Jerry, you going to be on the WAN show tomorrow? No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be on the WAN show tomorrow. I haven't heard about it if I am.
All of a sudden, Jerry's like the regular guy. He's like the third.
Actually, I'm going to a movie. I'm going to see Guardians of the Galaxy tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about that.
Just tell me if you like it or not.
Oh, God, he's a wizard. Eat him. Shoot him.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You know that? Did you see video, Jay? That was the worst video ever. Though I was like, "You're a wizard, Harry." No, I'm not a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. And it just went on for like 20 minutes like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Funniest video on the internet. Oh my God. Oh.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that picture going around Facebook that was like how to piss off 4 geeks at the same time? And it was a picture of Patrick Stewart. I gotta find that. It was a picture of Patrick Stewart, and he had like made a Star Wars quote, and it was like a Star Wars quote about Harry signed by Gandalf. So it was like how to piss off 4 geeks at the same time. Oh man, I think it was Patrick Stewart saying, "Use the Force, Harry," signed Gandalf.
That's funny.
That's what it was. I remember that. So, oh man, that's great.
Let's see. Marvin Spade said, "What software to use to host Tech Talk?" Take it away, Jay.
XSplit. As much as I hate XSplit because I don't like paying subscriptions, it is XSplit, and I have to pay for it to get all the transitions and stuff, so I can do the intro and all that. Why aren't you using OBS? Well, because OBS required a bunch of plugins and things for me to even be able to show the intro. It doesn't give me nice transitions, and XSplit just works better for me, so I'm using XSplit. And with that, Randy Womperrom, that's an amazing name. Thank you for your donation. Greatly appreciated. It's at this point, it's just going back to all you guys.
So if your donations get in excess of like $10,000, can you like do something awesome like
I won't
rent a
even
monster
let it
truck and like drive down middle of the road screaming stuff?
No. I can't be wasteful with it, but at the same time too, it's like, okay, God, we're in a territory now where it's like, how on earth could I possibly accept any more than this? But I do want to hit that 4,000 mark so I can give away that water cooling kit. Because if you guys don't come up with $34 more, I'm going to take that water cooling kit and I'm just going to put it on display in the background so you guys can be like, look what could have been. Look what could have been.
I still think you should go rent a monster truck and just be like, yeah, bitches, woo! And have somebody like record it from the curb. And you're like,
I'm doing donuts with that 4-wheel steering.
The thing is, you're like, I can't be wasteful with the money, but you forget your career's on YouTube. So like, if you made a viral video of you like doing Brodies and stuff, and like, I don't know, just like running over police cars, it'd be awesome. I'd watch that.
Probably write it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, man.
The IRS is like, you are writing off $16,000 for a rental of Bigfoot. Have you seen the video, bro? Have you seen the video?
Yeah. You're like, yeah. No, Gravedigger was a business expense. What'd you do with it? Well, it was needed for my water cooling tutorial video.
Okay, it shows here that you rented a Lambo. Do you want to explain that? Well, sir, I had to show up Linus.
Yeah. We were drag racing on the strip in our Lambo.
Yeah, I had to catch up to Linus.
I was comparing a water cooling loop in my PC to an Italian water cooling loop in a supercar. It was a very important segue.
Guys, here's the reality about Lambos is I don't fit in one. I tried to sit in a Diablo SV once that was on display in Vegas, and it was kind of like, okay, I'm going to get in. I was like,
They're not roomy cars. Like,
nope, not gonna work.
The story about when I went to buy the Lotus Elise.
Seth Pretty, thank you. I think we're about to go over now. Dang it! I want the water cooling kit for myself.
Damn it, Jay!
Sorry.
Focus.
The dude who did what in the where now?
I said, did I ever tell you the story about when I went to buy the Lotus Elise? Like when I actually went to the dealership, like cash in hand, ready to buy a Lotus Elise. Like it was gonna be my dream car. I wanted one for years.
You're a madman.
It took me a minute to get into the damn thing. Like literally, I needed the guy to like help me and like hold my hand to like guide me into the damn thing. And once me and my wife got into it, we were like, oh shit, we can't get this.
No, but because of Kyle Kramarmick and his donation, I'll tell you guys the time when I was 494 pounds and I used to install car stereos back when I was in going to college.
That's a huge bitch.
And my boss made me install the deck in the MG, the convertible.
Oh my god!
So I will tell you guys that story because of his donation right now. How's that?
Did you have to get lowered in like with an engine hoist?
Well, no. Here's the thing. It started off more as like okay, we're gonna see if this is possible because there was a time where another installer and myself, we were doing a deck in a Volkswagen Beetle, like a '60s Beetle. That was funny because it looked like we were wearing a Beetle as underwear is what it kind of looked like when we were both
Clown
in there.
Car.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like all this blubber like pushed up against the window and stuff, like back window, front window. It just looked like it exploded, like a raft went off inside the car, but it was people. So when the MG came in, my boss, his name is Clinton, I'll never forget it, little guy, like maybe 5'5", maybe $120 wet, right? So he's like, oh, Jay, you've got the MG. I'm like, really? Are you serious right now? Okay, fine. So I get in the car, and it's just like, you know, I get down in the car. I can't quite shut the door. So my boss comes over, and he just kind of like shoves the door. Ka-dunk. It shuts on me. So I'm in the car like this, and I'm trying to work on the dash. Now, the convertible tops on those cars, because that MG was like from the 70s, is a manual top. So I lean down to go under the dash to get behind the radio, and all of a sudden the top goes ka-dunk, and he shuts it on me. I am stuck in this position. I can't get up.
Oh my god.
Now he left me in there for approximately 20 minutes because he was paying me back for the time I didn't realize he was in the trunk of a 64 Impala doing deck speakers, and it was summer and he was out in the bay. and the bay doors were open, and we were all eating lunch. So we had this policy of like, if the bay doors are open, all the cars have to stay locked. So I walked by and shut the trunk on them. And I think it was an hour later, towards the end of lunch, I was like, "Where's Clinton?" So me and like 2 other guys went out to the bay to check and see where maybe he was. Maybe he was in the wood shop building a speaker box or something. And we just hear this like this really faint, like quiet banging. And then I go over to the Impala and I was like, "Hello?" And he's like, "You better open this door, I'm gonna kick your ass." He starts screaming at me. So I gave the other guy the keys and I hopped in my car and I took off. Like, I left for the day. So him locking me in the MG for about a half hour or so was payback for locking him in the trunk of the Impala. I'm not kidding. Now, here's the thing. Here's what makes it funny. I'm claustrophobic. So the fact that he locked me in the sideways position in an MG convertible when I was 500 pounds.
Oh, you were shitting bricks.
Oh, yeah. It was bad. It was so bad. And I was like, I can't breathe. Because when you're 500 pounds and you're hunched over sideways, do you know how much pressure there is like on your like diaphragm and stuff? Yeah. It was funny, though. I laugh at it now, but I wasn't laughing then. I was about to go straight up to the labor board on that one.
By the way, I think that Kyle guy might have been my coworker, so props to him if it was. I can't say his last name either, so.
That's funny. Somebody came in here faking Linus. Somebody went and created a fake Linus account and came in here.
Oh, yeah. So many of those.
They're like, "Hey, guys."
Oh, holy cow. Okay, guys, we're 4,143. Who just made a massive donation? Holy crap.
Jerry.
Was it Jerry? Jerry, do you want to be on Tech Talk?
No, I would never be on that. I would never be seen on that show. I'm sorry, Jay. I love what you do.
Lester Morales gets a shout out. Guys, I'm sorry. Like a whole bunch of them just came in all of a sudden.
Always that guy on there playing with dolls and doing stupid shit.
I don't want to miss anybody's name, but yeah, I just all of a sudden got a lot of them. So guys, you are freaking awesome. So now I have to give away that EK water cooling kit. Damn it. So I'm going to do the review on it. All of the giveaway stuff, the graphics cards, 2 graphics cards, power supply, the motherboard, the water cooling kit, the RAM. I'm going to be doing reviews on the power supply and the graphics card, or not the graphics card, I already did those. The, what was that? The water cooling kit, and I'm going to be signing that stuff when I send it on out. So you guys are pretty awesome. Like, this is shocking the hell out of me. Peter Guvis, here's your shout out, Peter. And like I said, hard names I can't pronounce make it hard.
No, dude, you're killing it, man. What, Truffle Shuffle Jay at 5,000? I think that's reasonable.
I'm not truffle shuffling because here's the thing: when you used to weigh 500 pounds and you're my size now, the truffle shuffle doesn't stop.
It reminds me of that episode of Simpsons. Remember when they did that?
Yeah,
the test on home.
They were measuring it. Woo! Look at that bummer fly! Woohoo! All right.
Oh my God.
We need some topics here before we get out of here. Because I have a video to make about this rig, because like you guys can see the fruits of your labor right here. Everything on this rig, with the exception of the mat box and the tablet, is all ready to go for CES, including the shoulder pad over there. You guys can't really see it, but I have my T2i on a camera slider over there, so now I can get those really nice push in and focus shots. Some nice slides. And I'm going to tell you right now, slide work is hard. It's something you have to develop and get your muscles ready for, because it's like not easy to move things at a constant rate.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like trying to move the sliders so slow, my hands like start jittering and stuff
It's
like
not easy. That's why the slider I got has attachments on the end where I can add a crank or a motor, so it's expandable. But the motor is like $300. I was like, oh hell no. But I was like, I would rather perfect the art than just rely on a motor, because if the motor goes out, then I'm gonna be like, oh no, I can't do my slide. So, but Ben Scribner, he would know all about that because he just donated. So, Ben is awesome.
That segue.
It's an art. You'll learn it, Brian. You'll get it. Don't worry. Coming up next is traffic and weather here on Tech Talk number 48 with Barnacles and Sergeant Ballistics. Sorry. All right, Jerry, throw a topic at us. Check the Twitter.
All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay, this is a broad one, guys. I'm just going to throw it out there. What software would you guys recommend to anyone?
Pornhub.
RedTube. How about you, Brian?
Oh man, Porn MD.
Oh, see, there you go, guys. I'm sure we've got all of your facets covered.
Let's see what we got here. Oh wow, a bunch of people talking about all the donations to you.
I will say this real quick. Oh, are they all talking about what a needy handout?
Yeah, they're talking about like how awesome you are and all that.
No. Guys, this isn't about awesome. This is just about me wanting to give you guys content that you deserve, and Jerry knows, and Brian, if your channel continues to grow, you'll realize this. There becomes a point when people are like, "Oh, but aren't you making like $1 bajillion?" And you're like, "No." I remember the first coffee I was able to buy because of Starbucks. That was the sweetest coffee I ever tasted.
No, I remember that. I actually have old videos where I'm like, today I made $3 on YouTube. I'm going to go buy a coffee. This is awesome. Yep. You guys bought me this coffee. And now I've grown to the point where it's like, thanks, guys. You actually bought me a Lamborghini Diablo yesterday. Thank you. And today I'm going to get a Lotus Elise. 2 of them, in fact. I'm just kidding. It's not that good. Hopefully one day it'll be, though.
Can you believe that 2 little guys like you and me, though, back when we had like 50 and 80,000 subs, were able to create the idea that Linus has a Lambo to like all of YouTube? Isn't it crazy how that spread?
You have to see, CJ. You have to dedicate yourself. You have to just keep pushing it until it self-propagates. Well,
and it's so funny because I was so mad. I was like, God, Linus is gonna hate me. He's gonna think I'm making fun of him and this and that. And it was all because of you. And now I like how it makes mentions in his videos every now and then. Like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna get my Lambo, and Linus Lambo tips.
Hey, when it works, right?
Yeah. Speaking of Linus, guys, if you're just joining us, there's 1,080 of you in here.
Wow.
Make sure you guys are checking out Tech Quickie and my channel tomorrow. I'm doing a giveaway with Linus's Tech Quickie channel. I'm giving away that Gigabyte R9 270X WindForce OC edition up there that's been on the shelf. So I know somebody can use that graphics card. It's a $200 graphics card for free. Open to the entire world. Yes, it's open to your country.
Free 99.
It is an entirely worldwide giveaway unless void where prohibited. And there is absolutely no stipulations to that. I just, knowing me, the guy who wins the stuff is going to be like, I live in like, I don't know, where's a really far, Timbuktu. Yeah, there we go. Timbuktu. That's a real place. I looked it up in a video. I didn't know it was a real place. Even my wife was like, you didn't know Timbuktu was a real place? I'm like, I've never been there. It's far away. Come on. Give me a break. That's why they say in Timbuktu.
Timbuktu. Let's see. How about this? Let's see. I have problems on YouTube with ambiguity between HTML5 and Flash. Have you ever went through it? Yes, I have. I prefer HTML5 over Flash, though, because Flash is a leaky bastard.
I don't understand the question. What ambiguity?
He's basically saying like the competition between the two, because basically both can be used.
Oh, well, Benjamin Scribner is obviously not having a problem watching because he just donated.
look at Jay just working his angles, man. Look at him. He's all professional now and everything.
It's an art. I'm telling you, it's a honed art. The art of sellout is strong with this
man. You've got your audience dialed in. Me, I still gotta figure some stuff out, because this is like, I wake up every morning and I'm like, I'm gonna go make a video. I'm like, this is my job now, though.
Well, Jerry, I've got a secret for you.
Okay,
the secret is you have to pretend like you know what you're doing, but when you really don't have a freaking clue.
Oh, is that how you do it?
This is all ad lib. This is all ad lib. Do you remember the Sound Blaster ad lib cards? Do you remember those?
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Sound Blaster ad lib, and it had like the talking parrot. Do you remember that?
Yeah, no, I remember the parrot. Yeah. I remember Dr. Spadesoo. You remember that guy?
Dr. Spadesoo.
Yeah.
From Creative Labs.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
Guys, if you don't know who Dr. Spadesoo is, it was a thing created by Sound Blaster and Creative Labs a long time ago, where it was a computer program psychologist. And the whole point was you would type to him your problems, like, I feel sad today. And he'd be like, why do you feel sad today? Tell me about it. He'd start typing it up. You would type out this massive long response, and it would go, mm-hmm. And how does that make you feel?
On computer voice.
But then you
voice doing a computer voice.
But then you learned if you typed say and then space, he would say whatever you told him to say, and then it became fun.
Yeah, and the parrot was with the microphone. You talk to it, and it would just repeat back what you said at a higher hertz or frequency.
Facha Machado says, "Fuck, I'm tired of this." Well, go to sleep.
Akuma Matata.
I know. I was
thinking that. I was like, "Fuck, I'm tired of that guy too." Like, I was thinking that.
What is your opinion on the future of video games? Also, do you think consoles are holding back the PC community? I'm Moonpine Sunshine. I think maybe you joined later in the stream. We actually talked about that a lot in the beginning. So during the replay, watch like the first 20 minutes, and we talk quite a bit about games and future platforms in the past and where we think things are going. And
I forgot about the replay, man. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
An hour of me sitting here.
Crazy, huh? Corey Luba was sitting here the whole time, and he appreciates you being here. I appreciate Corey Luba big time because he's made CES and these giveaways a reality. You know, the sad part is we're getting pretty damn close to Tier 7 giveaway, and I don't have a prize lined up yet. I've got to pick what I want to do because I want them to get like progressively more like valuable. But
a slightly used T2i. Start getting rid of stuff.
If you get $1 million, you should just give away your house with the cave.
I'll have to pay someone to take the T2i. No, the T2i, even when I was doing some B-roll stuff with it, still was not shutting off, but was recording was stopping and whatnot on its own. So I know typically that can be because of SD card, but I mean I've got an extreme SD card, you know, HD XC or whatever it is in there, class 10. There's no reason. Yeah, the card should be fine. It's a 64 gig Samsung card too. Anyway, speaking of which, I need to get more batteries and more cards for CES as well. I want to get a battery pack for this. One of the auxiliary battery packs that can power the camera like all day. But I've also got to keep portability highly in mind, and I don't want my cameraman to completely hate me by the end of the week.
Hey, funny, you just put like some lead acid batteries and inverters on his back. All right, come on, dude.
Well, I put out that Instagram and I said, hey, let's see how heavy I can make this thing for my cameraman. People were like, pour sand inside the tubes and use lead tape. And well, I already put this handle on the top right here just so I had something to pick it up by because that was the problem last year. It didn't have a top handle on it, so he kept having to like be funky with it, and that was
it's awkward to hold even with my rig. Like when I take it off the tripod, I'm like, how do you hold this?
Well, yeah, but I mean, and this handle was only $100. Let me show you. Oh, that's the tilt. I'm like, why is this thing going over here? And I've got a legitimate fluid tripod head now. Like my Sanford & Son was not a real fluid. This one is. Mm-hmm. You see, Jerry, it's got this. See this handle? Jerry, this makes it a lot easier. This handle on the top.
No, that's cool. I want that.
And it makes it really good to get low angle shots. And because of what I want to do for CES this year and the type of videos I'm going to do there, I needed that versatility so that we could get nice low shots.
Dude, I love where you have the H4n mounted too. That's baller.
And you know, you got to get down low to get those upskirts. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's CES totally.
Yeah.
Because that's your fallback plan, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like if you don't make it on YouTube.
Well, hey, Michael Bay started there. I could end up there, right?
Michael Bay. Oh my gosh.
All right, guys, it's 7:23. Let's do 7 minutes worth of just straight up questions, like lightning round as fast as we can. Then we're gonna get out of here. I gotta make a video. Jerry's got to make 18 videos, and Brian, you need to get a video up for all these new subs you're getting.
Yeah,
I know. I
do.
I do have a video coming out right after the show, though. So check my channel.
Oh yeah, I did. I know.
I said it to the public.
I saw it. I was like one of the first views. Huh?
Yeah, JJ got in on the ground floor of that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have no excuse now not to go watch the Gunner video because your video is going up already.
Oh my gosh. It's funny looking over a chat because you can see like the one person who's just dying to get attention, and we're not going to give it to him. He's just dying for it.
He said, "Ha!"
God, he's just like, "Please give me attention. My daddy doesn't love me anymore. Help!"
Oh, why'd you have to go there?
Fun to ignore him though.
Okay, let's
see. Questions.
Where can I get that pop filter on your Sennheiser, Jay? Actually, Don King's hair right here belongs on this. It came with the accessory kit for the H4n, which
I just got the stupid little foam thing, so that must be like
no. This
free cat.
Yeah, they actually refer to this as a dead cat most of the time, but I think it looks like either Don King or the Crazy Minions hair. So it came with the accessory kit for the H4n, Jerry. The H4n comes with the little foam piece of shit. Mm-hmm. But this came... I mean, these are not cheap. These are like $30-$40 by themselves. But I'm telling you right now, you can take this thing outside on the windiest of days and you won't get any wind noise in your mic. It's pretty amazing.
Little furry things on like Star Trek, the original Star Trek.
Oh, like the little creatures?
Yeah, and they just multiply.
I don't know, Brian. I'm a Star Wars guy, so... you know, Luke Skywalker would have totally kicked Picard's ass, and the other guy, I'm on a strange planet. What's his name? What was this? Captain Kirk. Kirk. That's right. Kirk.
What's his name? Kirk.
I don't know. He was never relevant. I mean, what do you have? A little phaser?
Yep.
Yeah. No, my lightsaber is actually in the other room. I let my daughter play with it. It's a true story. How was your day? My day was great. Hey Jay, is your camera liquid cooled? Do you know that was like funny? That was kind of fun to read the first like maybe 500 times, but now like the last 5,000 times, it's like yeah, water cooled.
That's just that just comes with the territory, dude.
I know.
Repetitive is just part of YouTube.
But what's funny is like the YouTube comments, how there will be, 5,000 people saying the same thing. Like 10 comments above and below that guy's comment is the same thing. Yet everyone thinks they're like the first to say it. That's so funny.
Yeah. Jake Albert said, Jerry, do you let your cat in the man cave? Absolutely not. That cat chews on every wire in the house.
So you're gonna hear like this massive because it got shocked.
Yeah.
He was a giant puff of smoke and fur behind. It's gonna be like Christmas Vacation.
That cat I know, I love that movie. The cat tries to get in here sometimes, and I have to chase it out because it'll like come in the door and then like barricade itself in the closet, like thinking like, oh, maybe he'll just stop trying to get me out of here.
James Bartlett wants to know if his 1,000-watt G2 gold-rated EVGA supernova power supply can handle load line calibration of 1. Well, come on, I think you know the answer to that, James. It's a gold-rated PSU. It's got a single 12-volt rails. It's extremely clean power delivery. It can handle line load calibration 1.
Is that like those guys that are like, oh, I got a Bugatti Veyron. You think I could go fast?
I don't know. Can you push the pedal?
Oh my gosh, so funny.
Linus, should we raise our dongers? Oh, someone thinks that's Linus. Somebody really believes that's Linus in there.
Yeah, no, that's not Linus in chat, guys. It's just some kid. He keeps just creating YouTube accounts.
Yeah. All right. Well, any more questions? We got 3 minutes. Yay, Linus is here. No, Linus is not here, guys. Do you see a little check mark? That check mark next to my name, next to Jerry's name, next to Linus's name, that is gold. If you see a comment you think is us and it does not have that check mark, please report it to us so that we could get the channel closed.
Yep. I already did. The first 2 are already reported.
Yeah,
while we were streaming.
I have stricken down a couple of channels who stole at least 3 of my videos, and I'm like, oh, strikes, 1, 2, 3, boom, you're closed. But that's because full screen makes it literally a 1-button press.
Yeah. No, that's one thing, Brian, that you'll get used to as you create more YouTube channels. It's like, you do have to report channels that steal your content. You do have to report people if they're getting too crazy with the cyberbullying and push buttons and stuff like that. You do have to report them, and YouTube will take them down.
Sorry, my microphone's hair got in my mouth.
That's one nice thing I've noticed about the channel getting bigger is YouTube responds a lot quicker to stuff that I report now. So it used to be like forever. Now it's like if somebody comes at me and cyberbullies me, threatens me, or threatens my family or anything like that, I report it and the channel's immediately deleted like within 24 hours. It's awesome.
So congratulations, Jerry, on YouTube finally realizing that you do have 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, so I had to get to 160, and then they're finally like, hey, you want your $100 silver button?
Come on, Unbox Therapy hit 1 million before they gave him his 100K plaque.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I think it said after I submitted it, they said 8 to 12 weeks for delivery. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. I need to find a little place in here to hang it up on the wall so I can look at it and go, yes, life achievement.
Chris Gualtieri has donated again. What are you, man? Made of money?
Jeez.
I
remember back when I got a paycheck. I remember. Oh, Jerry, I'll miss all that magic money. And now I have to work for a living.
I was gonna say, now you've got to work for it.
Now I've got to work for it. Now I got to shake my tail.
You have a Scrooge McDuck pool full of money?
Yeah, I do. I have a money bin, but the problem is they're not going to fill it up anymore. So like once it's depleted, it's gone. So
Joni1307, you were awesome. I'm sorry, guys. I said I would. I would do it.
Put a sound effect on it just so the whole show it's like ching, 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 ching.
Well, no, it's funny if you have that's the thing. If you have like a live response to something like that, people like to do it. Like what's his name? Deadpool plays. You know Deadpool.
I know. I donate every time I watch his Twitch stream. I donate.
Yeah, just so you can hear the. Right? Did he change the sound effect? Or does it still do that?
Still the scary ass one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I was watching a live stream when he had just gotten partnered with Twitch, and I was watching his live stream, and people were People were loving the donations because he had a sound effect that was like a jump scare sound, and it was cranked into his headphones. So he'd be sitting there talking, and he'd be like, "Yeah, guys, I'm gonna okay, we just got a donation." So people were like, "Oh, I can donate money and make a sound happen." So all stream long, it was like ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Like right now, John Alfonso wanted to hear ka-ching and his name said, so he just got his name said. I mean, it's freaking awesome.
No, it works. It works. I'm gonna start doing the Twitch streaming too. Hopefully next week. I just got to get this box over here up and running again.
Yep. Christopher Baker. I mean, he's awesome, right?
Oh, totally. That guy's totally awesome.
Yeah. So, Brian, what's your next video going to be about? You got remember you got to hook him, man. You got to hook him.
I will be doing my second blog. It's going to be an update video blog. Excuse me.
There
on
we go. Ooh.
the main machine. We've got all the controls hooked up, and we're gonna hook it up to a 60-inch TV and play some games. Update all my DIY camera stuff. I've got a cool little camera slider I made, and I'm hooking an Arduino and a motor up to that. So you might be able to get over yours, Jay. You know, just get a $20 motor and an Arduino and hook it up.
Yeah, I mean the it's got threads, just standard threads on the end, so I could rig anything I wanted up to that.
I have an Arduino with a ramp board, a 2600 mega sitting down here in the drawer. I should wire that up to something.
Oh my god, I almost feel like this guy legitimately made his name up so that I had to try and say this. Mike Miroshinenko. Mike Mirosh.
That's a common name, dude.
Miroshinenko.
Like Smith.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say his donation amount out there only because I love it, because it meant he cared. It's $7.78. That tells me that's what he had in PayPal.
Or it was a conversion from another currency.
Jerry, I think I told you the other day I love the $1 donations because that tells me I can't really help, but I want to give something. And the $1 donations mean a lot.
I agree.
So
I agree.
Well, guys,
in the 3-cent donations are funny.
Oh yeah, I have a monthly reoccurring donation that someone set up for 7 cents.
Oh, I just laughed because the other day I got a donation for 3 cents and I was like, this is awesome. And it actually had a note on it. It was like, hey, I hope this helps you with your channel. And I just replied back, and I actually sent him an email back, and I was like, yeah, thank you. No, I appreciate it.
That's awesome, because imagine if you could set up a donation that was like, hey guys, every purchase you make, round it up to the next dollar and you get the change, like the banks do. That'd be interesting. Could you imagine the constant cha-chings?
Yeah, that'd be like Office Space style, except for maybe legal.
and not setting your building on fire and losing your stapler.
Agreed.
Brian, is there anything you'd like to say before we get out of here, man? The floor is yours.
Just thanks for having me on. This has been an honor, if you will. I watch you guys pretty much every week, so getting on here, getting to talk tech with you guys. I love talking tech, so doing it.
And now you realize just how retarded normal we are.
This was a very mild show. This was a very, very mild show.
There was no Jerry helping Jerry.
There was no Jerry antics. Oh, you see what I did there? There was no Jerry antics. Oh.
Jerry behaved himself this show just to prove he could.
Yeah, and you know what? This Jerry is a little, I don't know.
Watered down Jerry?
What, something's off about him?
Yeah, it's kind of like not Jolt Cola, but it's like getting that, cola versus Coke. It's like kind of the same thing, but it's not quite the same taste.
Generic Jerry?
Yeah.
Do we need to bring back old Jerry next week?
I think we need to find between last week and this week and just lock it down there. That's what I think we need to do.
Sounds good. I'll bring her up 50% next week, and we'll just lock her down. And
Alberto Gonzalez got in his donation just before we ended this stream, so you just got to hear your name live. So, all right, guys. I'm quite serious when I say I'm gonna probably shut down the fundraiser early because I don't want to keep getting cash. I've got more than I need, but I think TubeStart's gonna be like, no, you gotta keep going. They already were like, what can we do to help you grow? And I'm like, nothing, because I've got this under control.
Jay, the founder and CEO
know what you have. People know what you have.
The founder and CEO contribute? I think the founder and CEO contributed to your.
Really?
He might have, but they've been regularly emailing me and stuff, and I was like, I don't need anything, guys. My community's got this. My community is freaking awesome.
I would not shut it down, because your community knows how much you have, and they still want to donate because they know at the end of the day that money's going to go towards something awesome.
And I know what people are sick of hearing about it, but I put $12.50 for a reason. That was half what it was going to cost me to bring myself and my cameraman and one other person with me, and the other person's actually paying most of their own way because they're not directly related with the channel, but they want to help. So I just wanted to pay for I just wanted to kind of get some of the expenses offset. You and I have talked about this.
Yep.
So 1250 was a realistic goal, and that was my goal last year, and we didn't hit it. So I did not expect to exceed it, let alone 300 and some odd percent. Like Bradley Barlow, he wants me to exceed that goal. He wants this. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out this week. Sorry for if you guys don't like the shout outs, but you know what? This is a community.
No, I think it's great. I actually think it's great that you're getting the support that you are, especially being in my new position here. It's nice to see that people care enough to actually support and keep things going. That means a lot.
Well, speaking of support, guys, do Jerry and I a favor. Go and check out Sergeant Ballistic Gaming's channel. He's got a passion for this, and that's why he's on here, because I said it to him yesterday when he and I were talking. He reminds me a lot of me when I started. He's a PC nerd like me. He's into gaming. He's into software, and he's just trying to get by and is spending his time doing this because he likes it, which is what you need to do, Brian, honestly, in your channel, is only do it because you like it. Please don't do it for free product review. Don't do it because you think you're going to make money at it. You got to do it because you love it. That's how all of our channels started. Jerry and I didn't see a dime for a long time after starting.
It's true.
Even then, you may make a dime 1 month, and then next month, all of a sudden, there was nothing.
Yeah, so. it's not stable or reliable. That's why I'm going to be doing the game development stuff also, and you really have to diversify everything. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, guys. I'm trying to figure it all out.
I just noticed my camera kind of has these hertz lines going through.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It's it's out of sync with your bulbs.
The CFL up there, yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. As always, we appreciate you watching. Go check out Jerry. If you've never seen him before, he's barnerd.com. Go and check out Sergeant Ballistic Gaming. Same handle on Twitter. Go give him a follow. Follow us. Jerry and I, definitely.
Follow everybody.
We need your follows.
Free some.
I mean, that's our egos are based on our followers. When people are like, hey, what can I get you? And you're like, hey, I'd like a number 6. And did you know that I have 100 and some odd thousand people following me on YouTube? Do you know? And they're like, do you want fries? Something they're doing.
I know it doesn't work in person like it does over the internet. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm starting to get noticed a lot more often, which is still very weird to me. Very weird.
Yeah.
It's always in a place you don't expect it. I was at the grocery store, and someone did a double take. They stopped in their tracks so fast their shoes squeaked on the ground, and they were like, "Hey, Jay!" It's like, don't hurt me. So
yeah, I usually get recognized once or twice a week now. It's kind of usually it's just innocent, really quick. Hey, I like your videos, and then move on. Every once in a while, it gets a little bit crazier than that, but
yeah,
it's still fun. It's all fun.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out this week, and as always, we'll see you next week on Tech Talk number 49,000.
Oh
yeah, where's the off button on this thing? Oh wait, we gotta do the outro. That's right, Brian. You've got to sing the outro song.
Yeah.
We forgot to tell you it's intro and outro.
Oh,
yep.
gosh.
All right, let's go. Here he goes. He's going to do it.
Outro starting now. Thomas Huber, you're awesome. Bye, Thomas. Bye, Thomas. Bye, guys.